enough of these feel-good songs.
WSAL, Cass County's baby boomer station.
This is a special sports presentation of WSAL. Logansport Berries Basketball is on the air. Presented by the Mike Anderson Auto Group, Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine, Broadway Broadband, powered by Miami Cass REMC, Logansport Savings Bank, Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MPR Realty, Security Federal Savings Bank, and Ivy Tech Community College. This starts the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. Let's take you to the gymnasium. Here's Joe Stetz and Dave Packer.
As we start sectional play and looking at our berries out there warming up in the free throw line or in the layup line, and the Marion Giants doing the same, hopefully with a different turnout than we had just a few weeks ago.
Yep, these two teams, Logansport and Marion, met in Marion on January the 27th, a game that Logansport started out great, jumped out 7-0, things were looking good, and then Marion with that incredible athleticism and length turned it on. 83-53 was the final. Logansport really struggled from deep. 1 out of 17 from three-point land. If they shoot 1 from 17 from deep, Dave, I don't think they're going to get out of here with a win tonight.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be tough. And, some of the Marion Giants were having kind of over their season averages against us, which, will kind of tick it up to a 30-point lead. But fortunately, the Berries have seen these guys. They've seen these guys once. They played against them. And so I'm excited to see what adjustments Coach Lang has made. And, of course, we have a little bit of Grayson Long inserted into the lineup as well.
Yep, this is game number 2 of this sectional 7 here at Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo. Game number 1 that just went final. The Harrison Raiders defeated Lafayette Jeff, so they advanced to the regional semifinal on Friday night against Kokomo, probably the best team in the sectional. Got a first round bye. The final on that one, Harrison 54, Lafayette Jeff 39. So they will take on Kokomo in game number 1 on Friday night of the sectional semifinal. McCutcheon drew the first round bye as well, and they await the winner of this one, as Marion at 14-8 on the season. And the Berries at 8-15. Last time we saw the Berries, they played good for 3 quarters and a couple minutes in the fourth quarter before Benton Central really got untracked offensively. Coach Lang disappointed in that fourth quarter for his squad.
Yeah, certainly, Joe. The Berries have struggled to play a full game, really. They've gotten to big deficits early and then played even throughout the game, or they played even all the way to the end and then were unable to kind of continue. Depth has been a problem for this team, as well as physicality, height, but they're going to try to overcome tonight, and they've got probably they're probably the healthiest that they've been all season, with Jeremiah Miller feeling at full strength, it seems like, and of course Grayson Long trying to get out there with these guys and try to help them win too. But the Berries leaders have to really step up, because Jacob Taylor has kind of been carrying the team a little bit. He always seems to get his points, and the other team focuses in on him, which makes it hard for him to do offense. So Isaac Russell, we got to see him hit a few threes tonight, I think. Chris Devalier, we got to see him have a good shooting night tonight if the Berries have any chance of winning.
Yeah, Isaac Russell in that regular season matchup at Marion did not have a field goal, just 2 points, both of them coming from the free throw line, so he has to have a big night. Chris Devalier played pretty well for the Berries with 10 points. It seems like the way that Marion wants to play up and down favors Devalier's skill set, so hopefully, but he's going to have to play very well tonight, as are all the Berries. This is a very talented and tall, athletic, long Marion basketball team that they're up against this evening.
And we were talking about it on the way over, but our team does have talent and does have skill, and if they can bring that, if all the individuals, if can all come together tonight, then it might be a heck of a ball game. but and hopefully there's some revenge going on. Hopefully the Berries want to beat the Giants because of the beatdown earlier in the season. So we'll know, I think, within that first period what this game is going to look like throughout.
All right, time to step aside for break. Still plenty more to come here on the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. We are moments away from this Sectional 7 game between Logansport and Marion. There's more to come live from Kokomo.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
Logansport Savings Bank business deposit accounts are easy to manage so you can manage your business and take care of your customers. Logansport Savings Bank's customer service and business accounts are leading the way. Our team can help you with mobile deposit, bill pay, credit card processing, and so much more. Call today to simplify your business deposit relationship with a community bank. Member FDIC.
Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the one place where you know you can always relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Charles A. Michael and Lennox helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve. Call Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Logansport, your Lennox dealer, today. 574-753-4538. The Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. Berries basketball on WSAL. Back to the gym. Here's Joe and Dave.
Thanks once again, Alan James. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo. As Berries have retreated to the locker room for some last-minute instructions from Coach Lang. Marion still out there warming up. All four of our county teams are in action tonight. Well, no longer in action as the Caston Comets got the first game at Sectional 52 at West Central. Unfortunately for the Comets, they come up short, losing to Frontier 44-40. So Caston season comes to an end tonight. But our other two county teams are playing one another. Lewis Cass and Pioneer in Sectional 36 and 2A at Rochester, and hopefully we'll be able to pass along scores in that game here as the Berries get ready to take on Marion.
Yeah, very excited for all the county teams at this time of year where you kind of drop the rivalry and hope that each team can get as far as they can possibly get. And also excited tonight that we are apparently streaming our game on indianasbestradio.com, which is very exciting to me.
Yep, just go to our website, as Dave mentioned, indianasbestradio.com. There should be a link where you can click on it. So I know that Mike Wade, the official scorer, I know that he was hoping that would be streamed, so because he's got some family members that like to listen. So hopefully we can help out Mr. Wade, who's is courtside. He's got himself a pretty good seat, as we have a fabulous seat here as well as Kokomo. Special thanks to Nick LaSalle, the tournament director, sports information director, Dean Hocken here at Kokomo. They've hosted a lot of these over the years, first class all the way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's really nice. You know, they always provide kind of a media guide to us, provide us with some statistics from time to time, and it's just a really good atmosphere. And that first game was pretty rowdy for a while. With Lafayette Jeff just not able to come back, but I'm looking forward to seeing how this crowd is here at this second game.
Yeah, the crowd has thinned out significantly, and I'm not complaining because it was rather warm here in the gymnasium with the Lafayette Jeff and Harrison contingents here. Now that they've cleared out, things have cooled down a little bit. Still warm, but not bad, not compared to what it was just a few minutes ago.
That's a good weather report, Joe, and maybe it's not only people not coming in and people kind of going out, but then that door's open and that cool air got in, so I feel a little bit of that frosty air. But just kind of a medium crowd here. If anybody's listening and gets a crazy hair to come on over, you can listen to us on the way over. And speaking of the way over, Joe, it's a little harder to get to Kokomo these days. I hate to talk about traffic, but
that was a nightmare.
I saw 3 extra lights, I think, at least on that route. So always beware coming from Logansport to Kokomo until they get that shored up.
All right, time for another break. Still plenty more to come here on the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. We are moments away from this Sectional 7 game between Logansport and Marion. There's more to come live from Kokomo.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means reliability. Flexible solutions from Security Federal mean communities can depend on us to be there when it counts. We give back 10% of our annual earnings to community organizations. So when you bank with us, you give back.
Hello, Berries fans. This is Mimi Renowans from NPR Realty in Logansport. Selling or buying real estate is a legal process. At NPR Realty, we're licensed and trained to be your advocate, market expert, and negotiator. We can help you find the end zone and score a touchdown in real estate. Call our office and speak to any of our agents at 574-992-8011. Go Berries!
The Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. Berries basketball on WSAL. Back to the gym. Here's Joe and Dave.
Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo. Both teams have retreated from the locker room, following last-minute instructions. The Berries at 8-15 on the season, Marion at 14-8. Again, these two teams met in the regular season back on January the 27th at Marion, a game that Logansport started well, up 7-0, ended up losing 83-53, but Grayson Long was not there. Jeremiah Miller was not available that night, and it's a neutral court not at Marion. So those three factors hopefully can give the Berries a chance to win this game tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lift. And, you know, if we're going to be able to do anything, we got to try to hold super sophomore Jamin Townsend. We got to try to hold him down. He's a 6'6" shooting guard / forward. You know, he can do a little bit of everything, but he was up from his 17-point average. He had 21 points and led Marion when we played them beforehand. And we got to definitely handle him if we're going to win tonight.
And Jacob Taylor had a great game for the Berries that night with 21 points. Chris DeValier had 10. They were the only two in double figures I get from others, including Cooper Smith, Isaac Russell, Grayson Long. That's going to take a team effort to beat this very good Marion basketball team tonight.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, there's three names that you're going to hear on the Marion side of the ball, and that's Betts, Townsend, and Fauci. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce him, but those three make up the real bulk of the scoring for these Marion Giants. But I think that Logansport, you're going to have to go down the line. Jacob Taylor, he's going to have to score like he usually does, but he's going to have to handle double teams well, because they're going to come kind of like Trace Jackson Davis at IU, because I'm an IU fan. I would compare it to that. As soon as he touches the ball, a lot of times two people coming at him. They're going to make somebody else beat him. Isaac Mox needs to stay strong and efficient out there. Isaac Russell's got to get threes. I think he also has to drive towards the basket and try to get aggressive twos. We probably all need to do a little bit more of that. Jeremiah Miller needs to be a great point guard, not turn the ball over, get the ball where it needs to be. Cooper Smith always plays tough, but if we can get a few threes from Cooper, he's been known to hit some, then so be it. And Chris Anthony DeValier, of course, has to have a good game. Lauren Taylor, Grayson Long, those guys have to play tough as well. So we need an all-around effort, just like you said, Joe, to get through this game.
All right, that will do it for the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. We will step aside one final time. When we return, we will have the starting lineups and the opening tip of this sectional 7 game between Marion and Logansport. There's more to come live from Kokomo.
At Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in downtown Logansport, you can trust our team to provide the best service and selection with a one-stop full-service dealership destination for drivers throughout the area. With a large selection of well-known American automotive brand names, we've got what you're looking for. Mike Anderson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, downtown Logansport.
Ivy Tech Community College proudly serves Cass County and supports Logansport High School athletics. Check out our new tuition plan and schedule a visit to campus today at ivytech.edu or call 765-252-5486. Ivy Tech Community College proudly supports this game. Go Berries!
Stay connected with Broadway Broadband Fiber to Home. Community owned and community driven. We cover over 200 miles of fiber and growing. Broadway Broadband, serving Miami, Cass, and Carroll counties. Powered by Miami Cass REMC. Learn more at BroadwayBroadband.net. Thanks for listening to the Mike Anderson Auto Group pregame show. Logansport Berries basketball is coming up on on WSAL Logansport. Let's take you to the gymnasium for the play-by-play. Here's Joe Stetz and Dave Packard.
All right, thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo as they are going to introduce the non-starters and the starting lineups for both squads. So for the Logansport Berries, who are the road team tonight, black uniforms all season long. Jacob Taylor, 6'5" junior up front, joined by 6'1" senior Isaac Mock and 6'1" junior Cooper Smith. In the backcourt, 5'11" sophomore Chris Devalier, the point guard, and 6'1" junior Isaac Russell at shooting guard for the Berries. Coached by Matt Lang in his first season. And now that the JV season is over, we've got a full contingent of JV players as well, Dave. And for the first time, Ariane Patel is dressed for the varsity for the Berries, along with Carson Dubes and Caden Walker and Lauren Taylor. So 4 JV players suited up tonight for the Berries.
Very nice. Yeah, it's good to see Patel out there. He plays some hard minutes in the JV and might be kind of on the bubble to be rewarded. So good to see him in there. And Joe, as I look at both teams, just do a quick who's over 6'2"? How many players do we have? We have 1 on the Berries and 7 on Marion over 6'2". So that height difference always scares me. But here we have our guys getting ready, and they look locked in though. They look loose and locked in. So hopefully this first period will tell the tale, I think.
Well, we've talked all season long about how much of a difference Grayson Long has made. He was a little bit rusty Friday night, first game in a long time against Bend Central. Hopefully he got some of the rust off of him on Friday night, a couple of days of practice since then. But the Berries were a confident bunch, seeing them in the halls the last couple of days. And you got to be confident. You can't think you're going to lose. What was the point of even coming if you didn't think you were going to win?
That's right. Before you can be the best, you have to think you're the best. You got to go out there every day thinking you've got an edge that maybe they don't have. And so it's going to be interesting to see how each team comes out. But the Berries have to come out and have a fast start because they've really struggled in the beginning of games having that fast start.
So for the Marion Giants, 5'9" senior Donovan Betts. Lucius Warner, a 6'4" sophomore. Some of that height that Dave was talking about is in the starting lineup. Jamin Townsend, 6'8" sophomore is what they said. So it looks like he's grown since we've last seen him. He looks every bit of that 6'8". Also in the starting lineup is 2C Jackson, a 6'3" sophomore. And number 32, Elijah Bledsoe, 6'6" junior, starting lineups for the Marion Giants, coached by James Blackman, Marion legend, who played at the University of Kentucky in his 10th season at Marion. Marion is the home team. And I'm thrilled, Dave. They've got white uniforms and white numbers, so that'll be easy to see. Fortunately, it's a purple outline, but for an old man like me, that's not making it any easier. So we'll see what happens. The Berries got off to a great start in that January 27th game at Marion, up 7-0. And then Marion took over, flexed their muscle, and cruised to an easy victory. So we'll see what the Berries have in store. Again, Grayson Long and Jeremiah Miller were not available in that regular season matchup. They are both on the bench and ready to go for Coach Lang and the Berries. So it is Elijah Bledsoe and Isaac Mock, and I'm not sure what the delay is. Looks like some of the players don't have their...
Tuck it in his shirt.
Yep, we've got a wardrobe malfunction going on. He's got it all ready to go, and Marion controls the tip. You would think Logansport will start in the zone defense, and that's what they've got. A little bit of a 1-2-2, and they're matching up and trapping out of that zone. So it's out near midcourt for Marion. We'll see what Coach Blackman and his staff come up with to try and attack this zone defense. Jackson for Lucius Warner. Warner down the baseline has a block from behind. Nicely done by Cooper Smith. It goes out of bounds. Marion will maintain possession, but a nice play by Cooper Smith. Good defensive effort for the Berries. And inbounding is Jackson for Townsend. Townsend out near the three-point line. Now Betts with a long three-point shot, a little bit too strong. Devalier comes up with a rebound for the Berries. They've got numbers 3-on-2. Devalier takes it all the way to Russell, a little bit too strong. High in the air to get the rebound is Bledsoe for Marion. Now quickly in the front court for Townsend. They get it inside for Jackson. Spin move is a little bit short. Gets his own miss, no good. Bledsoe gets the rebound, goes off his fingertips. And they're going to say it is Logansport's basketball. So the Berries dodged a bullet there as a couple of point-blank looks for the Giants go off the rim. So we remain scoreless with 7 minutes and 10 seconds to play in our first quarter. Now some token full-court pressure by the Giants. They back off once the Berries get it in the hands of point guard Chris Devalier. Glad you get spent part of your Tuesday night with us here on AM 1230 FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport. Sectional basketball from Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo. The Berries and the Marion Giants. Now Cooper Smith has the ball through his fingertips. Betts ahead now for Bledsoe ahead of the pack. He lays it up. Lays it in. He is fouled and we'll have a chance for a three-point play.
What a beautiful steal there by the Marion Giants on that one.
And that's a foul that Chris DeValier simply cannot commit. He gave up the layup and the chance for a three-point play, and he's so valuable to the Berries. Keeping him out of foul trouble is essential for Logansport to have any chance against this Marion ball club. And Bledsoe calmly converts the free throw to complete the three-point play. And Marion draws first blood. The Giants 3, the Berries nothing. Now full court pressure being utilized by Marion. They get it in the middle of the court for Russell. Now to Isaac Mock. Into the front court come the Berries. Now Marion will drop off into a man-to-man defense. An aggressive man-to-man with Betts running the top of that defense for the Marion Giants. Jacob Taylor has between the circles. Now for Cooper Smith on the wing. Not a lot of movement for the Berries so far in this possession. They get it to Isaac Russell in the corner. Russell takes it into the paint over Bledsoe. Off the mark, no good. Mock tips the rebound. Unfortunately for the Berries, tips it to an open spot on the court and goes out of bounds. Good drive by Isaac Russell there, Dave. He had a good look at the basket. Unfortunately, it just fell off.
Yeah, he drove across the paint and tried to just, lay it lightly in and just a little bit off.
Marion 3, Logansport nothing. The Giants with the basketball. Jackson elbow jump shot is short. Battle for the rebound. Townsend comes up with it for Marion. Inside now for Bledsoe. We're going to get an offensive foul on Bledsoe. That was nicely done by Isaac Mock taking that charge as Bledsoe lowered that shoulder. Easy call for the official. For Bledsoe, his first. Team foul number 1 on the Giants. And Logansport gets the ball back with 5:55 to go. In our first quarter, Logansport looking for their first points of the game, down 3-0. They break the full court pressure again. Mock takes a strong to the goal, up off the mark, no good. Rebound pulled down by Tusi Jackson for Marion. Quickly head now for Betts. Betts double team for Jackson. Three-pointer on the way for Jackson. Misses badly. DeValier has the rebound. Cooper Smith leaks out early. Outlet pass to him. He lays it up, and he lays it in.
And Cooper caught that a little bit late because the pass was late, but able to rein it in and get a quick layup up.
Hanging with Marion here in the early going. The Giants up 2 strong. Battle for the rebound. Jackson gets the rebound. We're going to get a foul on Cooper Smith, I believe. For Cooper, his first on the team.
And Cooper was trying to still get that rebound when they called the foul.
The second on the Berries. DeValier picked one up earlier, so it's 2 team fouls on Logansport. And Tusi Jackson, 6'3" in that January 27th win to the free throw line. Misses the first. He'll get one more. So despite the offensive struggles for the Berries, just 2 points in 2.5 minutes. Their defense has been solid. They've limited the Giants to just 3 points so far, 3-2. Marion on top. Jackson's second free throw finds the hole. He's on the scoreboard with his first point of the day.
We have some press here.
You see how the Berries handled. They've handled it pretty good so far, and they break it once again this time into the front court. To Isaac Mock now to Chris DeValier near midcourt. Coach Lane calls out the play, and DeValier relays that play to his teammates. Man-to-man defense being utilized by the Giants. Isaac Russell has it on the wing. Now top of the key for Jacob Taylor. He's got an open look from 3, and he knocks it down.
What a strong shot and a good look by Jacob Taylor.
His first field goal. Quickly back on the Giants, and the pass goes over the outstretched fingertips of Bledsoe and nearly hit one of the Logansport cheerleaders. Good thing she was paying attention, and she's got a big smile on her face, so she was able to elude that one, but that had some velocity on it.
Yeah, surely cheerleaders are taught.
Obtain possession with 4:38 to play in our first quarter, and the Berries with an early 5-4 lead over the Giants. Isaac Russell will inbound in front of the Marion student section, who's talked a little bit of junk to Isaac. That might get him fired up. So
that's true.
Be careful what you wish for, Giant fans. Now pass inside for DeValier for Cooper Smith. Smith, a little floater down on the baseline, a little bit short. Jacob Taylor with the offensive rebound, puts it up, partially blocked. Comes right to Isaac Russell, and he knocks it down.
There he goes, and that's about the range that he missed before, so good make there.
Russell's first field goal, and the Berries have a 7-4 lead. Quickly back are the Giants. Townsend takes it strong to the goal. He draws the foul, and he'll have a couple of free throws. We'll check and see who the Logansport foul is on. It's on Isaac Mock, his first, third on the team. And 6'8" sophomore Jamin Townsend to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Giants. So far, the Berries have held him off the scoreboard. That certainly could change with him at the free throw line, but he misses the first. He'll get one more. Grayson Long in for the first time for the Berries. And Amara Rogers in for Marion, replacing Lucius Warner. Cooper Smith to the bench for the Berries. So it's Taylor, Grayson Long, Chris Devalier, Isaac Mock, and Isaac Russell, the 5 on the floor for Logansport, who have a 7-4 lead here at the 4:15 mark of our first quarter. Townsend makes the second one, his first point of the night. And it's a 2-point lead, and now we get a steal by Marion, but then stolen right back by Isaac Russell for the Berries. Now Devalier, double team in the backcourt, finds Isaac Russell. Now Jacob Taylor in the corner, fakes the 3-point shot, drives down the baseline, puts the shot off the glass, and puts it in.
And what a strong baseline move. That was about as quick as I've ever seen Jacob get there.
Taylor with 5. The Berries have a 9-5 lead with 3:50 to go. Quarter number 1. Now Betts has it on the wing for Jackson. He'll let a long 3-pointer go, leaves it short. Battle for the rebound. Grayson Long comes up with it. It goes off of Jackson out of bounds. The Berries will get it back, and we got a timeout called by Coach Blackman. So for the second straight time against these Marion Giants, the Berries off to a great start, up 9-5 with 3:41 to go in our first quarter.
Yeah, the Berries looking good here in the opening, and we've seen this before, but this is exactly what we needed. Also playing pretty good defense. Marion unable to get many points here in the early going, so that's been really great. But everybody in Logansport seems to be playing just a little bit harder, just a little bit better than they have this season. Isaac Russell's been aggressive, like we talked about, is getting his shots up, and so he's making some of those. And Jacob Taylor called for the ball a couple times. He missed one in the corner, but great job by Isaac Mock to find his shooter. Jacob's a confident guy. He really doesn't get fazed by anything, so just give him some space and let him shoot. But looking forward to see how Grayson Long fits into this rotation if we can hold this little lead.
So full court pressure being utilized by the Giants, so we'll see what Coach Blackman designed during that timeout. And they wanted to keep it out of the hands of Devalier, so it'll be up to Isaac Russell to beat the full court press, which he does. Russell brings it across the timeline. He's being harassed by Jadion Smith, who's in the lineup for the first time for Marion. Russell looking for Isaac Mock in the high post. Now finds Grayson Long in the corner. Long bounce pass to Mock, who hands to Devalier. Devalier gets a screen from Mock, but Jadion Smith fights through it. Near steal by Jadion Smith. Devalier comes up with it for Long. Now to Jacob Taylor at the elbow. Taylor has it knocked away. Good hands defensive that time from Betts. Outlet pass is almost intercepted by Grayson Long. And it went off his fingertips.
Yeah, look at that.
And then it went off the fingertips of Fouch after the deflection from Long. No argument from Fouch. He knew it went off his fingertips. And the official standing right there made the correct call. So the Berries get it back following that wild exchange.
Yeah, Grayson went up for that like he was catching a pass as a tight end, and was able to get it to Crean off of their player.
Logansport 9, Marion 5. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. The Berries with the basketball. Full court pressure broken by Devalier. Devalier now hands to Isaac Russell. And he has it poked from behind by Fouch out of bounds. Berries will maintain possession inside of 3 minutes to go in our first quarter. Logansport on top, 9-5. The Berries with the basketball. Taylor with 5 points to lead Logansport here in the early going. Let's see if they try and get him the basketball in this possession. Russell has it on the wing. Looking for Jacob Taylor, comes to the high post. He's got an open look from the 3-point line, a little bit short. Battle for the rebound, Grayson Long.
Nice.
Tips it to Isaac Mock, to Devalier. Free throw line jumper for Devalier, off the mark, no good. And Townsend has the rebound for Marion. And he'll bring it across the timeline. Takes it strong to the goal, kicks it to Betts. And a 3-pointer on the way from Rogers is a little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound. Jacob Taylor comes up with a long rebound for Logansport. He gets it in the hands of his point guard, Chris Devalier. Looks at Coach Lang and says, slow it down. Let's run some clock here in this possession and get a good shot. Logansport on top, 9-5. 2:10 to go in our first quarter. Devalier in the corner, gets a screen from Grayson Long. Rogers does a good job fighting through the screen. And now we're going to get a timeout called by Coach Lang. Coach Lang talking with Devalier. Apparently something was not run properly on that possession, so Coach Lang takes the timeout with exactly 2 minutes to play in our first quarter. Logansport off to the good start, Dave, up 9-5.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Lang laying into Devalier a little bit there. He didn't like what he saw, but of course coaches want players to run what they're asked to run, and sometimes players don't do that, but I'm sure he'll get them back on track. And this is pretty impressive, Joe, really. I mean, it's not a big score, but to kind of hold this lead, but you wonder how long might it be until these Marion Giants either start making some shots or getting some fast breaks. We really need to handle our turnovers tonight. We have so far, but these guys, long, athletic, able to get down court quickly. So far, the Berries in one of their best efforts, I think, as far as just kind of energy standpoint.
And they've taken care of the basketball, as you mentioned, not turning it over, leading to some easy runouts for the Giants. And they must maintain proper care of the basketball to try and get out of here with a victory. Up 9-5 here with 1:55 to go. And what a screen by Grayson Long.
Yeah,
as Betts ran into a wall. Betts gets right up. Now they get to Grayson Long inside. Long, double team, finds Devalier, fakes the jump shot. Now to Jacob Taylor, wide open three from the corner for Taylor. Nothing but that.
And what a play.
Jacob Taylor.
And Grayson Long gets that going with the energy to Devalier, and a great find to Taylor.
It's Logansport 12, Marion 5. The Giants with the basketball. It goes off of Fouch. Battle for the loose ball comes right back to Fouch, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. And I think it's going to be on Logansport. And it's going to be on Isaac Mock, and that's a big whistle for the Berries, as that is his second, so he'll have to come out of the lineup. Cooper Smith will check in, replacing him. Jeremiah Miller also to the scorer's table, as Chris Devalier is a little bit gassed, dealing with this full court pressure by the Giants, so good substitution by Coach Lang to get Mock and his foul trouble out of there and give Devalier a blow on the bench. 12-5, Logansport on top, Marion with the basketball. 1:28 to go here in our first quarter. Townsend has it in the corner. Now for Betts. Takes the three-point shot, drives it at Grayson Long, puts the shot up, no good.
Nice.
Now we're going to get an offensive foul on Betts as Grayson Long stood his ground and took the charge. Betts didn't like the call, but there was no question that Long was there in time. So the turnover gives the ball back to the Berries. Up 7 with 1:21 to go. Full court pressure being utilized by Marion. And now Jeremiah Miller for the first time tonight will have to deal with the full court pressure. As hounding him is Jadion Smith. Miller picks up his dribble, now finds Isaac Russell in the corner. Russell guarded closely by Betts to Miller. Back now to Jacob Taylor for a wide open Isaac Russell, but the reverse layup is good.
What an incredible find by Taylor at the top of the...
Wide open inside pump fake, he puts it up.
One.
Puts it in, and he is fouled.
And the flex, what a great play. As Logansport takes an 11-point lead going to the line.
We'll check and see who the foul is on for Marion. It is on Amar Rogers, his first. Team foul number 3 on Marion. And Grayson Long with his first field goal.
And he paused, he held on to that because he got the pass on the fast break and let the guy jump, and he didn't leave the ground, and the guy kind of fell on him. He was able to just take that little bit of contact and then put it in.
Long free throw is off the mark, no good. Townsend gets the rebound. Logansport 16, Marion 5. 35 seconds to go here, quarter number 1. Now Townsend takes a strong to the goal and lays it in.
Boy, and Grayson had went out to help in the outside, and he was able to get right inside there.
Just the second field goal for Marion in the first quarter. First from Townsend. The lead is 9. Logansport 16, Marion 7. 20 seconds to play. First quarter. Now Russell takes a strong to the goal. He draws the foul. We'll check and see if it's in the act of shooting. It's on Marion. Foul on Tusi Jackson is first, and it was a 2-shot foul, so Isaac Russell to the free throw line to shoot a pair. As the Berries have a very poised and confident looking ball club out here so far tonight with a 16-7 lead, and Isaac Russell to shoot 2 free throws. First one off the mark, no good.
And that can't happen. We have to hit these free throws, Joe.
Yeah, the Berries have only been to the line twice. Unfortunately for them, they have missed both attempts so far, but they do have a 9-point lead, 16-7 with 18 seconds to play. In our first quarter, Isaac Russell, free throw number 2 on the way. He knocks it down. Russell with 5 points in the early going. The Berries lead is 10. Now a long three-pointer from Rogers misses everything. Jackson saves it, but right into the hands of Grayson Long. 10 seconds to go for the Berries, so time to get a shot off before the quarter comes to an end. Cooper Smith picks up his dribble. Now finds Jacob Taylor down to 3 seconds. Now to Jeremiah Miller. Grayson Long puts the shot up. He draws the foul at the buzzer, and 2 free throws coming for Grayson Long, and I believe that's going to be on Townsend. Foul on Jamin Townsend, his first, 5th team foul. No time on the clock, but the foul clearly occurred before the buzzer went off. So Grayson Long to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws.
8 more minutes back on the clock, so.
And a chance for the Berries to build on this 17-7 lead as Grayson Long stands at the free throw line by himself.
And, Grayson, he was calling for the ball that whole play. He wanted to kind of take that last shot, and just a very smart play to get up into the defender and let that thing fly at the buzzer.
So Grayson Long with 2 free throws with no time left on the clock. First one's off the mark, no good. He'll get one more. Grayson disappointed with himself as he's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Got some encouragement from his coaching staff to try and knock this second one down. Second free throw, nothing but net for Grayson Long. And that will do it for quarter number 1. At the end of 1, it's Logansport 18, Marion 7. This is the IHSAA Boys Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
This is Brian Perez at Logansport Savings Bank. I want to invite you to come see me and have a cup of coffee to discuss our CD specials and deposit account options. Logansport Savings Bank wants to help you grow your money. Find our rates at logansportsavings.com or call 574-722-3855. Member FDIC.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the one place where you know you can always relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Charles A. Michael and Lennox helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve. Call Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Logansport, your Lennox dealer, today. 574-753-4538. Berries basketball on WSAL Logansport. Back to the action. Here's Joe and Dave.
Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo. Sectional 7 between the Marion Giants and the Logansport Berries. Logansport up 18-7, and they have the basketball as Marion has come out in a half-court trap, trying to force some turnovers. They get it inside to Grayson Long. Back to Jacob Taylor, three-pointer from the corner, off the mark, no good. Jeremiah Miller with the offensive rebound. To Taylor, has the shot rejected by Townsend. Marion quickly back on the attack with the basketball. Betts, pass for Townsend is too far, goes out of bounds. Turnover gives the ball back to Logansport. So the Giants definitely looking to increase the defensive intensity, trying to get back into this game. This Logansport off to a great start. 18-7 is the Berries lead. 7.5 minutes to go here in our second quarter. Ball knocked out of bounds by Jackson as Isaac Russell picked up his dribble in the backcourt and was double teamed. Berries fortunate not to turn it over on that situation. Now Jeremiah Miller for Jacob Taylor. Looks like a three-quarter court. Full court pressure. Now, once the Berries get it into the half court, Marion extends into a trap. Cooper Smith takes it strong to the goal, has the shot partially blocked by Marion. Off of Fouch, out of bounds. Berries will maintain possession. Substitution, Jadion Smith in, replacing Amar Rogers for Marion. And Isaac Russell to trigger the inbounds for the Berries. Along the baseline, Logansport up 18-7. Just underway, second quarter, 7:13 to play in our quarter. Cooper Smith now hands to Isaac Russell. Russell thought about a three-point shot, but Betts closes out on him, so Russell drives down the baseline. Now to Cooper Smith. Inside now Grayson Long. Grayson Long, the jump hook. Off the mark, no good. Gets his own miss. Now for Cooper Smith. And the Berries with an extra possession thanks to the hustle from Grayson Long. Miller for the Ballier, or beg your pardon, for Isaac Russell, for Jacob Taylor, who's double teamed. Now to Cooper Smith. Smith drives down the baseline and loses control of the basketball. Betts comes up with it. Ahead now to Jadion Smith. Smith lays it up and lays it in.
Oh, and that was so terrible. As bad play on one end leads to a bad play on the other end.
You see what Marion's game is. They capitalize on every turnover that is presented. That capitalize. 18-9 is the Logansport lead. The Berries with the basketball. Isaac Russell has it at the elbow for Jeremiah Miller. Miller, alley-oop for Jacob Taylor. Too tall for Taylor, but he's able to come up with it. Saves it to Cooper Smith. Three-pointer on the way for Smith. Off the mark, no good. Grayson Long has it go off of Marion as he got the offensive rebound. Betts knocked it out of his hands. And the body language of Marion, Dave, they're frustrated.
They can't believe it so far, but Marion's really turned up the heat defensively in this second period.
DeValier in for the Berries. Jeremiah Miller remains out there, so Logansport with a couple of point guards. Out there, Taylor, Russell, DeValier, Isaac Russell, and Grayson Long. Now Jacob Taylor has it in the corner, guarded by Townsend. The ball is knocked away. Battle for the loose ball. And we're going to get a held ball situation. Good hustle that time from Grayson Long, as even though the arrow is pointing for Marion, that means the Bears obviously will get the next one, so that could result in a key possession for Logansport later on. But the Marion Giants have definitely increased the defensive intensity here in this second quarter. Logansport has not scored. Marion just 2 points though in the quarter. So Logansport still up 18-9. They get it to Townsend. Townsend out of Jackson. Baseline jumper on the way, no good. DeValier high into the air to get that rebound for Logansport. Now to Jeremiah Miller. Now to Isaac Russell. For Miller. Miller has it at the elbow. To Russell. Had a look at a three, but Isaac passed on it. And Jeremiah Miller to the Valier. So a lot of overplaying and trapping for Marion. If the Berries are smart with the basketball, they can find somebody back door, maybe get somebody open inside. Grayson Long has the ball almost stolen by Townsend. And then Miller has it go up. And so definitely the defensive intensity by Marion has caused the Berries some problems here in this quarter.
And these Giants like to jump the passing lanes, Joe. So what Logan needs to do is some ball fakes and then try to get them going the wrong direction without the ball going that direction.
And now we have another unforced turnover by the Marion Giants as Townsend's pass for Smith misses the target, goes out of bounds. Logansport gets it back. So they have not scored here in nearly 3 minutes of play in the second quarter, but they've only given up 2 to Marion. So Logansport leads 18-9, 5:15 to play in our second quarter. Now DeValier has it in the corner. He's double teamed. Now they're working around the perimeter. Inside now for Grayson Long. Long finds DeValier. DeValier over Jadion Smith. Off the mark, no good. Gets his own miss. DeValier in amongst the trees. Finds Jacob Taylor. Taylor hands it off to Grayson Long. Long back to Taylor along the baseline. Taylor with the reverse layup. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound. Pulled down by Townsend. We're going to get a foul on Grayson Long. And that might not have been the worst thing that could have happened to the Berries as the Giants were in the open court and had a chance for a fast break opportunity. And foul on Grayson, just his first. 4th on the team. And he'll come out of the lineup. Isaac Mock back in for Logansport. Mock playing with 2 personal fouls for the Berries, so he'll have to be careful not to pick up that 3rd before halftime. Marion trailing 18-9, but the Giants have the basketball. And Townsend has it on the elbow. Pass for Jackson, knocked out of bounds. Good work that time from Isaac Russell. Good hands to anticipate that pass and knock it out of bounds. And Fouch to the scorer's table for Marion, and he will check in as he got there before the ball was handed to one of the Giants. So Jamin Townsend, who had 21 points in that win on January the 27th in Marion, has been held to just 3 points so far. He'll come out, replaced by Fouch. 4:35 to go first half. Logansport 18, Marion 9. The Giants with the basketball. Now Fouch in the high post. Puts the shot up, leaves it short. Jacob Taylor has the rebound. Nice rebound that time from Jacob Taylor. He is being hounded by Fouch. Taylor gives it now to DeValier. DeValier double team in the backcourt. Finds Jeremiah Miller. Now to Jacob Taylor. 3-pointer on the way for Taylor. A little bit too strong. Isaac Russell tracks down the long rebound. Falls to the floor, but gets it to Jacob Taylor before the traveling violation occurred. So the Berries keep it. Isaac Mock takes a strong to the goal, and he laid. First quarter so much more costly because now that is his 2nd personal foul. And both of them, that one was very unnecessary, about 40 feet away from the basket. Coach loves the aggressiveness. Townsend will check back in for Marion, replacing Lucius Warner. Cooper Smith in for DeValier, who has to come out now with 2 personal fouls. 4:02 to go, first half. Logansport 20, Marion so far in 4 minutes of action here in this second quarter. Now Jadion Smith takes it strong to the goal for Jackson, who lays it in.
And that can't happen. Is 2 guys down low and just an easy pass for a layup.
Now Coach Blackman will take a timeout with 3:53 to go here in our second quarter, and that may not be a bad thing for the Berries. Chance to regroup, collect their thoughts a little bit, and look up at the scoreboard and realize that they have a 9-point lead. If they continue to take good care of the basketball and do all the little things they've done so far, they can steal one here against the Giants.
Yeah. Take care of the basketball. Play that solid defense. That last play, not so solid as you alluded to, as they took the timeout. But, the Marion Giants are frustrated, and we got to keep them frustrated. We can't let them get open shots because that leads to streaks. We can't let them get fast breaks. But Logansport's a different team than they were when Marion played them. And, all of our players have like that extra gear that they played in inconsistently throughout the year, and right now everybody is in that high gear, and Marion's not sure.
We'll continue to apply defensive pressure. The Berries, though, have handled it relatively well. Just a couple of turnovers, but they've done a nice job against this pressure. Logansport 20, Marion 11. The Berries with the basketball. Looks like a 3-quarter court trap being utilized by the Giants. They set the trap once the Berries get it into the front court. Russell finds Cooper Smith at the elbow to Jeremiah Miller. Now to Jacob Taylor down on the baseline. He's double teamed. Now to finds Jeremiah Miller. Jeremiah had an open look at the 3, but passes on it. Now he'll retrieve his dribble toward midcourt, and the Berries will reset offensively. There's some pretty good ball moving against this 2-3 matchup zone defense for the Giants on this possession. Miller finds Isaac Mock. Now they find Cooper Smith in the elbow to Russell. Back to Mock. Now Cooper Smith has it at the top of the key. for Jeremiah Miller. Now to Isaac Mock between the circles. Down to 3:14 to go. Second quarter. Logansport up 20-11. Russell, three-pointer from the corner, is a little bit for Betts. Betts quickly in the front court for the Giants. Takes a strong to the goal. A Euro step off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound. Fouch comes up with it, puts the shot up off the mark, no good. Gets his own miss.
Contact.
And Mock comes up with, blocks the shot from behind, but I think they're going to call a foul on Isaac Mock, I believe. That Berries didn't get a.
It looked like he blocked the basketball into the guy's head. Can you not do that?
Yeah,
Can you not hit a guy in the head with the basketball?
Must have got some of the arm as well. According to that, it's a big foul on Isaac Mock, his third, so he'll be done for the rest of the half. Grayson Long replaces him. And that is the 17th foul, and I'm not sure how that wasn't a shooting foul, Dave. It looked like Fouch was going up for the shot. They said it was not a shooting foul, but it is team foul number 7 in Logansport, so it's a 1-and-1 for Jamarian Fouch, who had 15 points in that game on January the 27th, looking for his first point of the night with a 1-and-1. So the Berries need to box out. Can't take anything for granted in this game. Got to do all the little things, which they have done so far. Fouch calmly makes the first free throw. The lead is 8. Logansport 20, Marion 12. The Berries have scored just 2 points in 5 minutes of action here in this quarter, but the Giants have only scored 5, so the Berries doing a great job against this high-flying, high-powered Marion offense, who scored 83 points in the regular season game at Marion. Fouch's second free throw is good. So Giants getting it done at the free throw line. They are 5 out of 7. It's down to a 7-point Logansport lead, 20-13. Now Grayson Long finds Cooper Smith. Now for Jeremiah Miller. Now finds Smith on the wing. Now to Jacob Taylor down low. Taylor tries to back down Betts. Now finds Isaac Russell. Russell to Jeremiah Miller between the circles. Now to Jacob Taylor. Now to Jeremiah Miller. Fouch is all over Miller. Down to 2.5 minutes to go. First half, Logansport 20, Marion 13. The Berries with the basketball. Jeremiah Miller hands now to Isaac Russell. Ooh. Has his pocket picked from behind by Fouch, but we're going to get a foul on Jamarian Fouch. His first on Donovan Betts. And that is his second, 7th on the team. And the Giants didn't like that call, but that looked like a whole lot of contact right out in the open court, right in front of the official. To me, it was a pretty easy call. And so Jeremiah Miller for Logansport up 20-13 with 2:16 to play. In our first half, Miller calmly makes the first. He'll get the bonus. He's on the scoreboard with his first point. Logansport 21, Marion 13, 2:16 to play. Second free throw on the way. For Miller, nothing but net for Jeremiah Miller. 2 big free throws for the Berries. The lead is 9. Logansport 22. Marion 13. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to play. In our second quarter, Betts walks it into the front court now for Jamarian Fouch. Fouch picks up his dribble. Now to Betts for Townsend. Townsend gets it to Jadion Smith. Smith for Betts. He fakes the 3-point shot. Now finds Smith. Smith takes it strong to the goal. Now Jackson has an open 3 from the corner. Off the heel, no good. Rebound goes right to Jadion Smith for Betts. And Betts will retreat toward midcourt, and Marion will reset offensively with 1:45 to go first half. Logansport on top, 22-13. Townsend, a long 3 from the top of the key. Nothing but net for Jamin Townsend. The first 3 of the night for the Giants. He now has 6 points. That's the Logansport lead, 22-16, 90 seconds to play in our first half. Now Grayson Long for Jacob Taylor. High in the air goes Taylor to catch that pass. He takes it strong to the goal. A little bit too strong. Townsend has the rebound for Marion. Quickly heading out for Fouch. And Fouch is fouled by Jeremiah Miller. Coach Blackman wants an intentional foul, but it looked like Miller made a play on the basketball. Hall of Famer Jim Brunner, right in front of us, wants the intentional foul call.
Yeah, I mean, it did kind of look like he may have pushed him, you know.
He made a play on the ball, so.
Did he?
I thought he did. But you know who also thought so? The official, and that's the one that counts. So
that's right.
Coach Blackman still getting an explanation, but no question he was trying to prevent the layup from Fouch. A little bit of shove, as Dave said, but he also made a play on the ball. So just 2 shots for Jamarian Fouch, who misses the first one. He'll get one more. 1 minute, 18 seconds to play. Second quarter. Logansport 22, Marion 16. One more free throw coming for Jamarian Fouch, 6'4" senior, who had a big game in that January 27th regular season meeting with 15 points. The Giants. Second free throw is good. Fouch now 3 points, all of them from the free throw line. Logansport's lead is trimmed to 5, 22-17. The Berries quickly into the front court. It's Isaac Russell, guarded closely by Jadian Smith. Now to Cooper Smith. Smith will hand off to Jacob Taylor. Betts has to be careful out there as he was hawking the ball. He has 2 personal fouls. And coaches said something to him to make sure that he doesn't pick up that third. He's a very important part of this Marion basketball team. Now we get a steal by Townsend. For Marion Fouch, puts it up, puts it in. He was fouled and will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Jeremiah did his best to get as high as he could and challenge that shot, but no deal there. And this is kind of catastrophic for the Berries, as they had a great 8-point lead for a long time, and now it's down to 3 with 50 seconds left. We cannot let them get this close.
And Fouch has a chance to get it a little bit closer with the free throw. Fouch has made 3 out of 4 for the Giants. Logansport 22, Marion 19. 50.7 seconds to play. First half. Fouch's free throw is short, but nobody boxes out the shooter. And Fouch gets his own miss. Fortunately for the Berries, he turns it over as he traveled. Marion fans across the way are furious. But the call goes for the Berries. And now as they try to get it into the front court, Fouch knocks it out of bounds. Logansport will maintain possession with 43.9 seconds to play. Logansport 22, Marion 19. Jeremiah Miller, Isaac Russell, Jacob Taylor, Cooper Smith, and Grayson Long in the 5 on the floor for the Berries. As Mock and Devalier in foul trouble on the bench for Logansport. I'm sure that's where they will stay for the remainder of this half. And now we're going to get a foul on Betts. That will be his 3rd, and that is a huge call for the Giants. And that was unnecessary, as he was 30 feet away from the basket. Coach Blackman doesn't like the call. That happened on the opposite side of the court. I'm not sure how Coach Blackman could have seen that. The official standing right there, saw some contact and made the call.
Yeah, you really don't want to reach out at all when you're in that kind of foul trouble.
No, especially when you got 2 personal fouls. You got to keep your hands in your pockets. Fortunately for the Giants, just 33 seconds to go in the half. So Betts will have to go to the bench for the remainder of the half, but not much time left. As Tusi Jackson replaces him. It was just the 8th team foul on Marion. So another 1-and-1 for Jeremiah Miller. Again, he was injured at that injured shoulder and did not play in that January 27th game. The Berries. Miller calmly hits the front end of the 1-and-1 again. He'll get one more. The Berries up 23-19 with 33.4 seconds to play in our first half. Jeremiah Miller. Second free throw on the way. Calmly hits both free throws. Jeremiah getting it done at the line for the Berries. Logansport's lead is 5, 24-19, 29 seconds to go. The Giants will have to play the remainder of this first half without their point guard, Donovan Betts. So Jamin Townsend, at least for the time being, will run the point with Tusi Jackson as they're at the top of that offense out near midcourt. Townsend for Tusi Jackson. He will step into a 3-point shot, leaves it short, battle for the rebound. Goes right to Rogers. This is knocked away. Great block by Cooper Smith. Plays along with the outlet pass to Jacob Taylor. He lays it in.
And what a great pass, and Jacob to contain it with one hand and be able to put it in real fast.
Smith's half-court shot at the buzzer is off the mark, and that will do it for our first half. It is Logansport 26, Marion 19. This is the IHSAA Boys Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means stability. Flexible personal banking solutions from Security Federal mean your financial future has never been brighter. Learn more at secfedchecking.com.
Hello, Berries fans. This is Mimi Renowans from NPR Realty in Logansport. Selling or buying real estate is a legal process. At NPR Realty, we're licensed and trained to be your advocate, market expert, and negotiator. We can help you find the end zone and score a touchdown in real estate. Call our office and speak to any of our agents at 574-992-8011. Go Berries!
Ivy Tech Community College proudly serves Cass County and supports Logansport High School athletics. Check out our new tuition plan and schedule a visit to campus today at ivytech.edu or call 765-252-5486. Ivy Tech Community College proudly supports this game. Go Berries!
Stay connected with Broadway Broadband Fiber to Home. Community owned and community driven. We cover over 200 miles of fiber and growing. Broadway Broadband, serving Miami, Cass, and Carroll counties. Powered by Miami Cass REMC. Learn more at BroadwayBroadband.net. Berries basketball on WSAL Logansport. It's time now for the Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. We take you back to the gym. Here's Joe Stetz and Dave Packard.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium as we begin the Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. Our halftime score, Logansport on top of Marion, 26-19, leading the way for the Berries. Jacob Taylor, he has 10 points. Isaac Russell with 5. Jeremiah Miller off the bench with 4. Grayson Long with 3. Cooper Smith and Isaac Mock each had 2. And the Berries, the big stat is fouls. Isaac Mock with 3 and Chris Devalier with 2. Fortunately, the Berries were able to withstand their absence, and that's because Grayson Long and Jeremiah Miller, who were not available January 27th, were here tonight and played a great first half for Logansport.
And boy, that depth is just so key. Even just a few guys that, are still even lightly maybe nursing that injury, but I mean, to give valuable minutes in there and to be just as good as your counterpart is exactly what this Logansport team has needed. In that first quarter, Logansport goes on a 16-2 run and gets that lead up 18-7 at the end of one. Unfortunately, letting Marion crawl on back in. Marion went on a 10-2 run there in that second quarter. As I look through the stats, Joe, some shocking three-point numbers as in the first quarter, Marion didn't have any threes. They were 0 for 7. They ended up for the half 1 for 10. And the Berries weren't much better at 2 for 9. The Berries, I think, got better looking three-pointers probably, where they were more open than the Giants, and were just not able to knock them down. But a lot of what we needed to see the Berries do, they did do in this half. So it's, the Berries are just going to have to do what they do, and we talked about it earlier. Every kind of attribute that we needed these guys to have, they had. Isaac Russell, unfortunately, hasn't hit a few of those open threes, could have extended this lead, but he's been aggressive, and he's gone to the hole, and he's done all the other things that somebody could do. I mean, he jumped out of the gym to get a ball that was going to go for a fast break and get it back for the Berries. The extra chances for the Berries have just been remarkable this half.
All right, we will step aside for a break. Still plenty more to come here on the Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. Logansport on top, 26-19. There's more to come, live from Kokomo.
If pain or a sports injury is keeping you sidelined, the experts at Logansport Memorial Orthopedics can help. We've built a team of talented and highly trained surgical experts who can recommend a solution to get you back out there fast and doing what you love. From personalized injury care and prevention to surgery for torn ACLs or rotator cuffs and more. Make an appointment with one of our experts at 574-722-2663.
This is Jennifer Savini at Logansport Savings Bank. I want to invite you to come see me and have a cup of coffee to discuss our CD specials and deposit account options. Logansport Savings Bank wants to help grow your money. Find our rates at logansportsavings.com or call 574-722-3855. Member FDIC.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
Ivy Tech Community College proudly serves Cass County and supports Logansport High School athletics. Check out our new tuition plan and schedule a visit to campus today at ivytech.edu or call 765-252-5486. Ivy Tech Community College proudly supports this game. Go Berries!
The Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show continues. Back to Joe and Dave.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium. Halftime here. It is Logansport on top, 26-19, and the Berries are winning the battle of the board. Out-rebounding Marion 19-18 in that first half. And they've had fewer turnovers as well. Marion with 8 turnovers, Logansport with only 6. Those two trend lines continue, Dave. The Bears have an excellent chance to get out of here with a win.
Oh, boy. I mean, this is a classic case of your favorite team playing like you thought that they could, but maybe they never have, as the Berries, I think, have been playing their best basketball of the year and really smart play. You know, Joe, the extra chances we've had tonight, I think, have been big. Grayson Long kind of spearheaded that. When he shows that energy, other people get really excited. I know Grayson Grayson went up for a high-flying chance to grab the ball, and he kind of hit it off the other team. It was able to get that possession. Isaac Russell on one end did that as well. And, you know, Logansport's a better passing team, I think, than they were when they played Marion. You know, we haven't seen any lazy passes in a long time. These guys really whipped the ball. I know the coaching staff was trying to get him to make sure that ball gets to his destination about twice as fast as it was getting. And so Marion's a little bit, you know, discombobulated here, and we'll see if, you know, they're going to come out with some fire, Joe. They're going to come out with some crazy energy, and the Berries are going to have to take that punch and try to keep this lead.
All right, still plenty more to come here on Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. Halftime score, Logansport 26, Marion 19. There's more to come live from Kokomo.
We're building better health and stronger student athletes with the Logansport Memorial Sports Medicine Program. We're here for your home team, partnering with local schools to provide on-site athletic training and direct access to care from our team of orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and a foot and ankle specialist who know just what it takes to get student athletes back in the game and keep them there. To learn more about our on-site athletic training services, visit logansportmemorial.org/sportsmedicine.
Hello, Berries fans. This is Mimi Renowans from NPR Realty in Logansport. Selling or buying real estate is a legal process. At NPR Realty, we're licensed and trained to be your advocate, market expert, and negotiator. We can help you find the end zone and score a touchdown in real estate. Call our office and speak to any of our agents at 574-992-8011. Go Berries!
At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means stability. Flexible personal banking solutions from Security Federal mean your financial future has never been brighter. Learn more at secfedchecking.com.
This is the Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. Back with more is Joe and Dave.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Both teams back on the court, and we are just about ready to start our second half. That will do it for the Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. Logansport 26, Marion 19. We'll step aside for a break. When we return, we'll have our third quarter live from Kokomo.
We're building better health and stronger student athletes with the Logansport Memorial Sports Medicine Program. We're here for your home team, partnering with local schools to provide on-site athletic training and direct access to care from our team of orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and a foot and ankle specialist who know just what it takes to get student athletes back in the game and keep them there. To learn more about our on-site athletic training services, visit logansportmemorial.org/sportsmedicine.
Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the one place where you know you can always relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Charles A. Michael and Lennox helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve. Call Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Logansport, your Lennox dealer, today. 574-753-4538. Stay connected with Broadway Broadband Fiber to Home. Community owned and community driven. We cover over 200 miles of fiber and growing. Broadway Broadband, serving Miami, Cass, and Carroll counties. Powered by Miami Cass REMC. Learn more at BroadwayBroadband.net. Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine Halftime Show. Logansport Berries Basketball on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport. Time for the second half. Here's the play-by-play with Joe Stetz and Dave Packard.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium. Logansport will have the basketball to start our third quarter, and Grayson Long gets the start for the Berries in the second half. It's Cooper Smith, Isaac Russell, Chris DeValier, and Jacob Taylor out there with Grayson Long. Now they get it to DeValier. DeValier into the paint with a jump stop. Finds Isaac Russell. Baseline jumper on the way for Russell, and he knocks it down.
Big shot there for Russell. He needs some confidence.
Russell now with 7. Berries extend to a 9-point lead, 28-19. Donovan Betts starts the second half for Marion, their point guard, with 3 personal fouls. See if the Berries can pick pick up that fourth on him early here in this third quarter. Jackson has the ball kicked, I thought, by Isaac Russell, but right in front of the official. I guess it was just a clean steal by Russell, and he'll bring it into the front court for the Berries for Cooper Smith. Back to Russell. Thought about an NBA three. Passes on it wisely. Now finds Cooper Smith to Jacob Taylor in the corner for DeValier. Let's see if Chris maybe tries for a blow-by with Betts playing with those three personal fouls, as he is way out on DeValier. Take advantage of those three personal fouls.
Absolutely.
Russell has it on the wing. Looking for Grayson Long, comes to the top of the key to catch that pass. Long puts it on the deck. Now finds Jacob Taylor in the low post. Taylor guarded by Warner. Taylor with a spin move. Up and under move, puts the shot up, off the mark, no good. Grayson Long with the offensive rebound. Finds Cooper Smith, three-pointer on the way for Smith, and he drills it.
And he is waving his arm in a circular fashion. What a great play by Grayson to get that rebound. Second chance three.
Smith's first from downtown. He has 5, and the Berries up by 12, 31-19. A great start to this third quarter for the Berries. Now Jackson a little bit out of control. We're going to get a blocking foul on Grayson Long. Coach Lang wants that to be on the floor and not a shooting foul. We'll have to check and see what the officials say. It is a blocking foul, not giving any indication that it's a shooting foul. So for Grayson Long, his second, first on the team, and there seems to be some debris on the court. And the official saw it and went across the court to knock it out of the way, and it was a non-shooting foul. So the Giants will inbound underneath their own basket. Betts looking for Townsend. Now finds Jackson at the top of the key. Jackson bounce pass for Rogers. The pass is intercepted. As great play defensively that time from the Berries. And Cooper Smith, I believe, with the deflection. Now to DeValier. And Betts has to be careful. Tried to draw the charge. The Marion fans wanted that call. I thought that was a good no call. But Betts has to be careful playing with those three personal fouls. DeValier takes it right at him. Picks up his dribble.
Oh, no.
The pass is almost stolen, but Isaac Russell is able to track it down. It goes off of his fingertips out of bounds, but that prevents a fast break opportunity for the Giants. So, yes, it is a turnover for the Berries, but it could have been a whole lot worse as Marion was in the chance for a run out. The Berries scored all 5 points here in this third quarter. Their 7-point halftime lead has grown to 12, 31-19 with 5:45 to play in our third quarter. 2-3 zone defense by the Berries. And QC Jackson takes it into the paint. Bounce pass now for Townsend. Backs down Jacob Taylor, and he puts it in.
Ooh, and a little bit of a flex there.
Now some full court pressure being utilized by the Giants. Barry's got to be strong with the basketball. Isaac Russell for Jacob Taylor. Taylor, alley-oop to Grayson Long, who lays it up and lays it in.
Nice, was able to catch it, come down and get it up before any defenders got to him.
Along with his second field goal, he has 5. The Berries back up by 12, 33-21 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play in our third quarter. Betts now for Fouch at the top of the key for Townsend. A long three-pointer for Townsend, nothing but net. For Townsend, he's starting to heat up. Back-to-back field goals for the big fella. He has all 5 Marion points here in the second half. And the Giants back within single digits, 33-24. Full court pressure being broken by the Berries. Grayson Long off the high glass, no good. Jacob Taylor with the offensive rebound, puts it up, no good. But he does draw the foul on Townsend, and it's a shooting foul, so 2 free throws coming for Jacob Taylor. Foul on Jamin Townsend is his second, first on the team. And again, Grayson Long and his presence down there has just given this Berry team a boost of confidence. And he's played well tonight for Logansport.
Yeah, it's amazing with just that little piece. I mean, he's no little piece, but just the little things that he can bring to the team just elevate everybody. All the boats go up.
Taylor hits the first free throw. He'll get one more. Taylor now with 11 points. And the lead for Logansport is 10. 34-24, Jadion Smith in for QC Jackson. Second free throw from Taylor is off the mark. No good. Grayson Long with the offensive rebound. And it goes off of Townsend out of bounds.
Oh, no.
I think the official pointed in the wrong direction. And now the official comes as it clearly went off of Townsend.
There we go.
And I think the official just got mixed up. It was pointed in the wrong direction because it clearly went off of Townsend. 34-24 Logansport, as the Marion fans are thrilled with that officiating call, but it clearly went off of Townsend, at least from where we're sitting. Of course, we're a little biased, but now they get it inside now to Grayson Long. Long double team, dribbles through the double team for DeValier. He'll step into a three-pointer, a little bit too strong. Grayson Long with the offensive rebound. No look pass for Isaac Russell, now to Cooper Smith. Logansport needs to settle down a little bit as Marion wants this up-tempo quick game. Logansport would much prefer a slower tempo game. Fouch now has the defensive assignment on DeValier. DeValier is fouled from behind by Fouch. His second. Just the second team foul, but the team foul starting to pile up a little bit on Marion.
and the momentum on the Berries side for most of this game. Who'd have thunk it, Joe?
Fouch is out. Tusi Jackson replaces him. Well, I told you the Berries are a very confident group, talking to them in the hallways this week. The addition of Grayson Long and Jeremiah Miller has made a big difference for the Berries tonight. Jacob Taylor now backs down Betts. Jump hook is blocked by Townsend, but Taylor gets his own miss. Now to Grayson Long. Long has it in the corner. Now for Taylor, almost stolen by Marion, and now we're going to get a foul. I'm going to say over and back on the Berries, as it was not touched by Marion in the estimation of the official. So the turnover gives it back to the Giants.
I definitely saw the Marion guy touch that.
It looked like it from here, but that was on the other side of the court. The official standing right there. No argument from Coach Lang. So the Giants get the basketball back. Down 10. Betts takes a strong goal. Up and under move. Puts it in. He has fouled and will have a chance for a three-point play. And that was a strong take by Donovan Betts. His first points of the night. He had 17 points in that game in January against the Berries. Foul is on Grayson Long, his third. He'll have to come out. Isaac Mock will replace him. And maybe not the worst time to give Grayson a little blow. Is, again, not playing a whole lot this season. His conditioning appears to be pretty good. It looks like he's not breathing too heavily, but chance to let him sit and rest on the bench. And Coach Lang says, get your rest, big fella. I'm going to need you out there. That's his free throw is off the mark, no good. Mock has the rebound for Logansport. Mock is triple teamed in the backcourt. Now to Russell. Russell also triple teamed. Finds Mock. Now to Jacob Taylor. To Cooper Smith, wide open with a pump fake. Puts it up. Blocked by Townsend. Gets his own miss. Smith now to Devalier. Devalier thought about a three-point shot. Hands now to Jacob Taylor. Taylor guarded by Betts. Now for Devalier. Betts all over. Devalier. Mock calls out a ball screen, but Devalier waves him off. And Logansport will see what they can come up with here on this possession with an 8-point lead, 34-26, 3.5 minutes to go. A three-pointer top of the key for Taylor. A little bit too strong. Townsend has the rebound for the Giants. Looked like Jacob hurried that one just a little bit. Now Fouch takes it strong to the goal, takes it right at Taylor, puts it up, and puts it in.
They let him get to the basket. Once that happens, it's very scary for this Marion club.
Down to 6 is the Logansport lead, 34-28, 3 minutes to play. Now a near steal in the backcourt by Marion. Now Taylor for Russell. Russell guarded closely by Fouch. Now he is double teamed. Is Russell, and Betts comes up with the steal, but he goes off of his fingertips out of bounds. This may not be a bad time for a timeout for the Berries.
I would say so too, Joe.
The momentum has shifted over to Marion just to calm everybody down, and also to give Logansport a blow as they've gone up against this intense Marion pressure all night long. But it's play on for the Berries. Devalier for Jacob Taylor. Three-pointer from the wing for Taylor. Too strong. Long rebound to Isaac Russell. Russell in the corner. Dribbles out of the double team. Now finds Cooper Smith to Jacob Taylor. Logansport still in good position with a 6-point lead and 2.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A big possession for Logansport. Momentum has shifted toward the Giants. Russell fakes the three-point shot. Now to Devalier between the circles. Now for Russell. Back to Devalier. Logansport running some clock here in this possession. Cooper Smith sets a screen for Devalier. Devalier close to a double dribble. The Marion Giants fans wanted it. And now we get a near steal. Mock steals it back. And it goes off of Logansport out of bounds as Betts knocked Isaac Mock down. Unfortunately, the call did not go for the Berries' way. And again, not trying to second-guess the coaching staff, Dave, but a timeout may not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Now it's too late as Marion has the basketball and the ball is inbounded, and they have a chance to get a little bit closer. 4 unanswered by the Giants. Logansport's lead is 6, 34-28 with 2 minutes to play. Third quarter. And Fouch is guarded, or beg your pardon, fouled by Cooper Smith, who was guarding him. For Cooper, his second, 4th on the team, or beg your pardon, 3rd on the team. Non-shooting foul, so Marion will inbound underneath their own basket. Donovan Betts. And Rogers is wide open off the bench. Three-pointer on the way for Rogers. In and out. Fouch with the offensive rebound. No good. Rebound is tipped off of Jacob Taylor out of bounds.
Dang.
And we're going to get a timeout by Marion, and that's not the worst thing that could have happened to the Berries. And it's going to be a full timeout, so this will give Logansport a chance to regroup and catch their breath with a 6-point lead with 1:52 to play here in the third quarter. And considering they lost by 30 points in the regular season to this Marion Giant team, if you told Logansport they'd have a 6-point lead with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, they'd have signed up for that in a hurry.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I mean, we really are struggling from the three-point line, and we'll have those stats later on here. But, we're letting them back in it, and that's a little bit scary. This team hasn't always played with confidence, with the kind of fire they have tonight. Hopefully they've seen it succeed tonight, and they can continue it. They don't get kind of timid here and then try to play some prevent defense. This Marion team is heating up, and that's really dangerous. But you're right, 6-point lead. We're in good shape. Everybody's playing pretty well, and I mean we've missed over 10 threes, I bet. And, a couple of those go down, and this lead is pretty comfortable. So, I mean, I think outside shooting's been a struggle. Everything else has been going pretty well, I think. And, the Berries just got to play smart and not turn the ball over, because Marion's been making those fast break plays as well.
It looks like the Berries have hurried the last couple of three-pointers just a little bit, so they need to take those threes in rhythm and not hurry it. Easier said than done against this athletic Marion Giant ball club. So following the full timeout by Coach Blackman, Marion with the basketball, down 34-28. Townsend gets it. Now for Smith. Now to Rogers. Inside now to Fouch. Spin move from Fouch, and he lays it in.
And he just powered that in on Jacob Taylor.
Fouch now with 9 points. This is as close as Marion has been in a long time. 34-30 is the Logansport lead. Jeremiah Miller has the pass go out of bounds. He overshot Isaac Russell. So turnover gives the ball back to Marion.
And that's a few turnovers, Joe, where the passer, the guy he was passing to, just moved. And so the pass goes in the air and nobody's there.
Marion was within 3 at 22-19 late in the second quarter. Logansport went on a brief run, took a 12-point lead. Marion got it down now to 4. Now Rogers, an open 3 from the corner, and he drills it. Amar Rogers' first 3-point field goal tonight. It's a 9-0 Marion run. The Giants within a point, 34-33 with 1:10 to play in our third quarter. Jacob Taylor fakes the 3-point shot from the corner. Now cross-court pass for Cooper Smith. He's got an open 3 on the way. A little bit too strong. Long rebound. Pulled down by Rogers to Jadion Smith. Smith 1-on-5, so he'll wait for reinforcements. Gives it to Rogers. Now to Donovan Betts. And Marion Giants fans rise as one. The Giants on this 9-0 run now have a chance to take the lead with 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. 34-33 is the Logansport lead. Fouch into the paint, puts the shot up, and puts it in.
Wow, this is not good, Joe.
Fouch has taken over 6 of his 11 here in this third quarter. 11-0 Marion run. The Giants up 35-34. And now we're going to get a timeout by Coach Lang with 28 seconds to go. It's a full timeout. And chance for the Berries to catch their breath again and regroup. And you wonder how much longer he'll keep Grayson Long on the bench, as the Bears have been a different team with Long out there. 3 personal fouls. You would think he would stay on the bench at least for the remainder of this quarter and maybe get him back in to start the fourth quarter. In a perfect world, Dave, the Bears would hold the ball for these final 28 seconds of this third quarter and get a shot to go in and go into the break with a lead. But easier said than done, because you know the pressure is going to be intense by this Marion defense.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's, I don't want to think about turnover and fast break on this, but, you're right about Grayson. They might need to get him back in there. The problem, I think, is that it looks like our guys are pretty gassed. I mean, and they've run into that this season where they just, got to the fourth quarter and kind of ran out of juice. And Grayson Long is kind of one of those injections that gets you gets you some energy back. And so I think you put Grayson in, then everybody else, I think, it'll lift the boats a little bit. But this Marion team right now, their best players are playing like their best players. That's very scary. And Logansport's best players are going to have to play like their best players if they're going to have a chance to win this.
Well, the Bears did have 60 seconds there to catch their breath, and they'll have another 60-second break in between quarters. So hopefully any fatigue that is setting in for Logansport can be averted a little bit by this break. With 28 seconds to go, Marion 35, Logansport 34. The Bears have led by as many as 12. It was 31-19 at one point. So it's a 16-3 Marion run. They've scored 11 unanswered. And now we get a kickball from Rogers and a delayed whistle. I wasn't sure they were going to call it at first, as Rogers had visions of a breakaway jam, but clear kick violation. The Bears will maintain possession. 20 seconds to play, third quarter. Marion 35, Logansport 34. Mock has it on the wing. Mock with the ball fake and another kick ball this time from Townsend. Now down to 14 seconds, so the Berries have taken 14 seconds off the clock on this possession. And a chance to get a bucket and a lead before this quarter comes to an end. Russell will inbound right in front of the Logansport bench. And Marion will be trapping everything. They get in out of inbounds to Mock, back to Russell. Russell's double team to Mock in the corner for Cooper Smith down low. Now to Jeremiah Miller, to Jacob Taylor. Taylor fakes the three-point shot. Cross-court pass is intercepted by Donovan Betts. Betts out of the pack, and the ball is clearly clean steal by Isaac Russell. It goes off of the Berries. 0.3 of a second to go, so Marion only has a chance for a tip, so they can't catch and shoot. With 0.3 of a second, only a tip.
Yeah, they're going to alley-oop to Townsend, surely.
And I think the Berries are going to be aware of that, and they're going to collapse in the paint. So there's the alley-oop, and is well defended that time from Isaac Mock. And it goes off of Fouch, and the quarter comes to an end. It is Marion 35, Logansport 34. This is the IHSA Boys Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
This is Brian Perez at Logansport Savings Bank. I want to invite you to come see me and have a cup of coffee to discuss our CD specials and deposit account options. Logansport Savings Bank wants to help you grow your money. Find our rates at logansportsavings.com or call 574-722-3855. Member FDIC.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the one place where you know you can always relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Charles A. Michael and Lennox helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve. Call Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Logansport, your Lennox dealer, today. 574-753-4538. Berries basketball on WSAL Logansport. Back to the action. Here's Joe and Dave.
Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo. 3 quarters in the books. We are ready to start quarter number 4. Marion on top 35-34. They outscored Logansport 16-8 in that third quarter. The Berries scored the first 5 of the quarter, so Marion outscored Logansport 16-3, including an 11-0 run to end the quarter, and they get the basketball to start the fourth. And Logansport never did get that fourth foul on Donovan Betts. He played the entire third quarter without picking up that fourth. He starts out in the lineup, and he takes it strong to the goal and is fouled by Jeremiah Miller. For Miller, his third. And I believe that is team foul number 4 on the Berries.
And I would expect that, I thought maybe they were shooting some free throws, but out of bounds.
Yep, before the shot, so they get it inside and out of Townsend. Townsend puts the shot up, no good.
Nice.
Betts gets the shot. The rebound on the shot is rejected by Grayson Long. Marion will maintain possession with 7:48 to play, fourth quarter. And it's been a dandy one here at Memorial Gymnasium. The Berries had a 12-point lead at one point, a strong response from Marion. They have a 35-34 lead and the basketball with 7:45 to play. Now Donovan Betts retreats toward midcourt. Now they get it to Fouch. As long as we're 2-3 zone defense. Fouch finds Betts. He has an open 3 on the way. Off the mark, no good. Battle for the rebound. Grayson Long comes up with it for Logansport. Now for Jeremiah Miller. Miller with the pump fake.
Oh, no.
For Russell. A near steal and it is stolen.
He's got to grab that.
Jadion Smith, who takes a strong to goal. We're going to get an offensive foul on Jadion Smith. To the delight of the Marion fans, media, coaches, players.
Oh man! If only we could get a technical foul out of their coach, that would be sweet.
A lot of contact. Looked could have gone either way. Looked like the Berries had good position. Now full court pressure broken by Logansport. Grayson Long for Jacob Taylor. Now to Isaac Russell. Russell guarded closely by Townsend for Cooper Smith. For Jacob Taylor. Taylor looks to back down. Fouch puts the shot up. And he gets a kind roll off the rim and puts it in.
And he was praying that was going to go in. He threw it straight up, and it lightly bounced in.
Taylor now with 13, and Logansport regains the lead, 36-35. 1 minute gone by, fourth quarter. Sectional 7 opening round game between the Marion Giants and the Logansport Berries. Rogers has an open look from the three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. And Cooper Smith fouled the three-point shooter. Now the scouting report on Rogers is he's a dead-eye three-point shooter. Cooper realized that, closed out on him, but unfortunately for the Berries, committed the foul. And 3 free throws for Amar Rogers. And it's the third on Cooper Smith.
I think the shooter may have kind of fallen a little bit forward into Cooper because Cooper tried to put on the brakes, just wasn't able to.
So Rogers with 3 free throws. First one is no good, and Marion is helping the Berries out. They are just 6 out of 12 from the free throw line tonight. Two more coming for Rogers as he was fouled on that 3-point shot. Second one from Rogers is in. Rogers now with 4 points.
Both teams kind of struggling at the line tonight.
And one more for Rogers, trying to break this 36-36 tie. 6:46 to play. And Rogers nothing but net on that one. He gets 2 out of 3. Marion back on top by a point, 37-36. Full court pressure once again for Marion. Taylor for Cooper Smith. As Marion wisely is keeping it out of the hands of Logansport's guards. So Cooper Smith will break the press, does it nicely as Rogers was all over him. Now Jeremiah Miller for Smith, for Russell. Russell inside for Jacob Taylor. And we're going to get a foul on Marion. And Townsend's complaining, but he could have had a foul in the previous play as he reached over the back. For foul is on Fouch, his third. I beg your pardon, it's Faust, not Fouch. I beg your pardon, I've been calling him by the wrong name. So I apologize, Mr. Faust. 37-36 Marion. Third on Faust. Fourth on the team. It's Jeremiah Miller, Isaac Russell, Jacob Taylor, Cooper Smith, and Grayson Long on the floor for Logansport. Miller hands to Russell. Guarded closely by Betts. Grayson Long comes to set a screen, and Donovan Betts walked into a wall called Grayson Long. He finds Jacob Taylor, puts a shot up, no good. And Townsend got an awful lot of basketball, Dave. They call the foul. The Marion fans aren't happy. I don't think I blame them on that one. That looked like a pretty good block from Townsend, but sometimes you get the calls.
Hey, you know, like you always say, the officials are over there, and they saw what they saw.
So Townsend his third, fifth on the team, and Jacob Taylor to shoot 2. This is the first one. He'll get one more. Taylor now with 13 points. The Berries unofficially, I have them 7 out of 11 from the free throw line. This free throw, though, can tie things up with 6:13 to play in the fourth quarter. Taylor misses both free throws. 2 costly misses for the Berries on that trip. Marion with a basketball and a 1-point lead, 37-36 as we approach 6 minutes to play. And what could be a fantastic finish here at Memorial Gymnasium. The Sectional 7 opening round game. Harrison beat Lafayette Jeff 54-39 in the first game here at Memorial Gymnasium to advance to the semifinal Friday night against Kokomo. McCutcheon awaits the winner of this one, which will be game number 2 on Friday night. Berries are victorious. Of course, we'll have that on AM 1230, FM 94.9 WSAL. Near steal by Jeremiah Miller. Deflects it, though. It goes right to Jadion Smith. Now to Jamin Townsend. Elbow jump shot is a little bit short. Cooper Smith.
What a rebound.
By Smith has a shot blocked by Cooper Smith. And they said the foul is on Cooper Smith.
Dang, that looked like a clean one, too.
Sure did. So that's why you never complain about the calls, Dave Packard, because they almost always even out. So it looked like a couple of questionable calls. One went for each side, or against each side, depending on your point of view. And that's a big foul for the Berries, as that's the 4th on Cooper Smith, and he'll have to come out. Isaac Mock at the scorer's table. We'll check in for him after this first free throw from Jadion Smith. Nothing but net for Smith on that first one. He now has 3. And Marion has a 38-36 lead with 5:31 to go in our fourth quarter. We'll see how long Coach Lang keeps Cooper Smith on the bench with those 4 personal fouls. Smith's second free throw rims out, though. Faust with the offensive rebound, puts it up, puts it in, and he was fouled. Strong take by Faust. And a chance for a 3-point play.
And I think the Berries have kind of settled into their normal energy level. The edge that they had seems to be a little bit lacking as Marion's just getting all of the hustle plays to go their way.
For Taylor, his first, and that's the 7th team foul on the Berries, so the Giants will be in the bonus the rest of the way. 5:28 to go in the fourth quarter. Marion with their largest lead of the night at 40-36. Faust has a chance to extend that lead, which he does. Faust has been Marion's best player tonight with 14 points, 8 of them here in the second half. And Marion with their largest lead of the night, 41-36. A must possession now for Logansport. Just trying to slow down this Marion momentum. Logansport led 31-19 at one point. It was a 22-5 run for the Giants. Mock for Isaac Russell. Now back to Mock, top of the key for Jacob Taylor. Taylor guarded closely by Townsend. Finds Grayson Long. Too far for him, but Jeremiah Miller, good hustle, is able to track down that loose ball before it went out of bounds. For Grayson Long, for Mock, top of the key. For Isaac Russell. Russell thought about a three, but Rogers closes out quickly on him. Now to Jacob Taylor. Taylor double team for Isaac Russell, has an open path to the basket, and he lays it in.
There we go, and finally somebody goes ahead and shoots the ball. He needed that.
Russell now with 9. It's a 3-point Marion lead, 41-38. Faust takes a strong to the goal, cut off by Grayson Long, so kicks it back to Smith. Now to Betts. Inside, now to Townsend. Turnaround shot from Townsend, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, and that's a very short jumper for their best player.
Townsend now with 13. Marion back up by 5, 43-38. 4:20 to play in our fourth quarter. Mock guarded closely by Jadion Smith. Now Jeremiah Miller. Now for Russell in the corner. They're looking for Jacob Taylor down low. Townsend knocks it out of Russell's hands. The Berries will maintain possession. 4:09 to play, fourth quarter. Marion on top, 43-38. The Berries have put up a valiant effort against this talented Marion ball club and still have a chance to pull this one out. But again, every possession is important. This, from the remaining 4 minutes, Taylor is cut off by Townsend, so he'll retreat toward midcourt for Russell. Russell takes it into the paint. Contested shot for Russell, a little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound. Faust comes up with it. Marion with numbers. Townsend lays it up. Off the mark, no good. A foul on Jacob Taylor. It will be Taylor's second. Team foul number 8 on Logansport, and 2 free throws coming for Jamin Townsend.
Good job by Taylor to make sure he didn't make that shot. He gave him just enough of a nudge.
So Marion unofficially 10 out of 17 at the free throw line tonight. Jamin Townsend, one of their better free throw shooters. So shoot 2 for the Giants. He hits the first. Townsend now with 14 points. 8 of them coming here in this third quarter. So the Berries held Townsend and Faust in check pretty well in that first half, but they've come alive here in the second half. One more free throw coming. It's off the mark, no good. So he splits the pair. It's a 2-possession game. Marion 44, Logansport 38. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Fourth quarter. Logansport with the basketball. Taylor has it between the circles for Russell. Now for Jeremiah Miller. Miller inside for Mock. Mock with a pump fake.
Oh, nice
shot
try.
is blocked, but it goes right to Grayson Long, who lays it in.
Grayson's always there at the right time.
Down to 4 is the lead. Marion 44, Logansport 40. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Marion will run some clock here in this possession, it looks like, although Townsend's calling for the ball, and now takes it strong to the goal. Puts a shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound is saved by Jadion Smith.
Wow.
Good hustle by Smith.
All the hustle plays.
To Donovan Betts. Betts for Smith. Smith for Amar Rogers. Open 3 on the way. For Rogers, nothing but net. For Rogers, his second from downtown. He has 8, all of them coming here in the second half. And Marion has their largest lead of the night at 47-40 with 2:54 to go. Coach Lang will ask for and receive a timeout. And a full timeout called by Coach Lang. Berries have played extremely well tonight, has had a lead as much as 12 as they scored the first 5 points of the third quarter to extend to a 31-19 lead. And since then, it has been all Marion as they've outscored Logansport 28-9 to take a 7-point lead with less than 3 minutes to go.
I think, the difference has been, really offense and the three-point shooting, which has been bad for the Berries and bad for the Giants. But, the Berries in the first quarter jumped out to an 18-7 lead. And then in the second quarter, they scored 8. In the third quarter, they scored 8. Meanwhile, Marion scoring 12 and 16, and now they've scored 6 in this quarter. So when you have a quarter that's 18 and then you have 8, 8, 6, that's not how you win a ball game. The Berries have to find some offense. Where are they going to find the offense, Joe? What do you do in this situation?
The way that Marion is overplaying and trapping, I look for somebody backdoor and see if you can pop Grayson Long open down low. Grayson with 7 points so far, scored on that last possession. Maybe they can create an open look for him at the basket because they're overplaying, not giving the Berries any open looks from 3. That's part of why they're struggling from the 3-point line. Give Marion some credit for some good defense, but see if they can use that aggressiveness against them and try and find somebody backdoor.
Yeah, and also Logansport has had a few wide open shots they just couldn't knock down. But yeah, we've needed to do that all game. We really haven't gone the back door like you said.
Marion 47, Logansport 40. We'll see what Coach Lang drew up during that timeout as Jeremiah Miller brings it across the timeline. For Russell, the pass is too tall for him, and that is not what Coach Lang wanted to see out of that timeout. As the pass was a little bit too tall for Russell, and turnover gives the ball right back to Marion, and you would expect the Giants to run some clock here on this possession. with a 7-point lead and 2:40 to play in our fourth quarter. A valiant effort by the Berries may come up a little bit short. The length and the athleticism of Marion really came through in this second half. Betts takes a strong to the goal, up and under move, and he lays it in. Betts with 4 points, all of them coming here in the second half. Marion with their largest lead of the night, 49-40, with 2:20 to play. Fourth quarter. The Berries running out of time. They need points in a hurry. Don't necessarily need a three, but they do have an open look for Taylor from the three-point line. It rims out. Racing along with the offensive rebound. Puts it up. No good. Battles for the rebound. Faust comes up with it for the Giants. We're going to get a reach-in foul on Logansport. Isaac Mock, I believe, will commit the personal foul. Nope. It's going to be Jacob Taylor, his third. Just the 9th team foul, though, on Logansport, so still not double bonus yet for the Giants. 1-1 for Jamarian Faust, who hurt the Berries on that January 27th game with 15 points. He has 14 tonight, 8 of them here in the second half. He shot the free throws pretty well as also for Marion tonight, but this is a 1-1. The Berries need to box out. Faust calmly makes the front end. He now has 15 points. The lead is 10, 50-40. Logansport, after scoring the first 5 points of the third quarter, to jump up to a 31-19 lead. Points have really been hard to come by, and credit the Giants with that pressure defense as Faust makes both free throws. He now has 16 points. 51-40. Marion's largest lead of the night. First time they've had a double-digit lead all night. Jeremiah Miller for Jacob Taylor. Taylor fumbled the ball, but gets it back for Grayson Long. Now to Taylor. Now to Grayson Long inside. Long finds Jeremiah Miller. Open three on the way for Miller. Is off the mark, no good. Townsend has the rebound. Ball knocked out of his hands, but we're going to foul on Logansport. Mock got a lot of basketball, but reached in from behind, and the official blew the whistle, made the call. That's on Grayson Long, his fourth. And that is team foul number 10 for Logansport, so double bonus the rest of the way for the Giants. As a few of the Kokomo fans who are here to check out the competition are making their way towards the exits, thinking that this might be safely in the books for the Marion Giants.
I do too, Joe.
As Townsend hits the first free throw, now has 15 points. So once was Berries had a double-digit lead in the first half, a double-digit lead in the second half. But the Marion Giants with an outstanding comeback as Faust misses the second, or Townsend misses the second free throw. It's a 12-point lead, 52-40. Aaron Bow at the scores table will check into the next dead ball, and we get a turnover in the backcourt. And now the mental strain, I think, as much as the physical, is starting to take its toll, Dave, on the Berries. As Aaron Bow, in his senior season, will come out, get a chance to play some sectional basketball. Great move by Coach Land to give Aaron some minutes here in the sectional on his last game as a Logansport Berry basketball player.
Yep.
So the Marion Giants will take on the McCutcheon Mavericks. Now Townsend takes a strong to the goal. He lays it in. Foul on Grayson Long. And that will be the fifth on Grayson, but Townsend was going to try and throw it down, and Grayson said, not in my house, even though we're in Kokomo.
Oh, yeah, that was good. That was a good contest.
So he contested. Townsend did lay it in with the field goal. And so Grayson Long will foul out and gets a hug from Coach Lang. And as Grayson made a difference in this Logansport basketball team tonight, no question about it. But he wasn't going to give up a dunk in the closing seconds. With a minute 31 to go, Marion on top 54-40, make it 55-40. Townsend now with 18 points. So see if they can get Aaron Bow a basket here in his last varsity game. Isaac Mock picks up his dribble, takes a little jump shot, and puts it down. Isaac Mock with his second field goal. Mock now with 4 points. And Betts will bring it into the front court for Townsend. Aaron Bow with a nice play defensively to knock it away for the Berries to Isaac Mock. Mock quickly into the front court. Carson Dubes will check in at the next dead ball for the Berries. Now for Cooper Smith. Smith for Mock, three-pointer from the corner. For Mock, off the mark, no good. Isaac Russell has the rebound for Logansport. Puts the shot up, off the mark, no good. Bat off the rebound. Russell gets his own miss. And the pass is intercepted by Jamarian Faust. Faust has a breakaway, and he throws it down. Jamarian Faust.
Yeah, with a little dunk contest dunk.
So the Giants And with a big lead, Mock with a three-pointer off the mark, no good. Betts has the rebound. Smith has the rebound to Betts. And now we're going to a substitution timeout. As Coach Blackman gets a timeout to get his starters out of there. So make no mistake, the Marion Giants are celebrating Dave Packard like they just won the state championship. And make no mistake about it, they were tested, and they earned this victory tonight.
Yeah, we kicked their cans for a lot of this game, and they were just able to outlast us, I think. You know, mistakes came at the end, but all the Berries could hope for in this game, you know, on paper, it looked like we were going to need a miracle, that we were going to need to play at our absolute best, and we really did that tonight for as long as we could.
For a long period of time.
For as long as they could. These guys and these brothers, they gave everything they could have to this season, and really proud of the way they played, as I know you are, and they were in it. They were in it. If they could have got a couple more baskets to go down, you know, a couple more defensive stops, and they would have been right in it. So, yeah, these guys can windmill and 360 dunk all they want here at the end, but they're lucky they're not crying in their pillows tonight.
Yep, they were tested, no question about it. But give Marion credit, they responded, and they were seriously challenged by this Logansport ball club. Coach Lang gets his three seniors a curtain call, as Grayson Long had already fouled out. Mock, Bow, and Jeremiah Miller a curtain call. So the Giant fans are celebrating. They have every right to celebrate. But they will, on the bus ride home, they will know that they were dangerously close to getting knocked out on the very first night of the sectional against this Logansport ball club.
Yep, in an alternate reality, we won this game.
So Carson Dubes, Chris DeValier, Isaac Russell, Cooper Smith, and Carson Dubes. So 5 on the floor. It looks like there's only 4 out there for the Bears. I was going to say, I only see 4 players out there. And Cooper Smith misses the three-point shot. So, yeah, I thought my math was wrong, Dave.
It is 4 on 5.
Only 4 on 5. And that will do it. Our final score, Marion 57, Logansport 42. We will step aside for break. When we return, we'll have our post-game show. This is the IHSA Boys Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means agility for your small business. Flexible business solutions from Security Federal mean you can stay one step ahead of the competition. Let us show you why over 350 local businesses choose us for their business banking needs.
Ivy Tech Community College proudly serves Cass County and supports Logansport High School athletics. Check out our new tuition plan and schedule a visit to campus today at ivytech.edu or call 765-252-5486. Ivy Tech Community College proudly supports this game. Go Berries!
Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the one place where you know you can always relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Charles A. Michael and Lennox helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve. Call Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Logansport, your Lennox dealer, today. 574-753-4538. Stay connected with Broadway Broadband Fiber to Home. Community owned and community driven. We cover over 200 miles of fiber and growing. Broadway Broadband, serving Miami, Cass, and Carroll counties. Powered by Miami Cass REMC. Learn more at BroadwayBroadband.net. Berries basketball on WSAL. It's time for the post-game show. Let's take you back to the gym. Here's Joe Stets and Dave Packard.
Thank you very much, Alan James. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo as we begin our post-game show. Congratulations to the Marion Giants, who were victorious 57-42 to advance to the semifinals on Friday night in game number 2 here at Memorial Gymnasium. They will take on McCutcheon. Harrison won the first game over Lafayette Jeff. They advanced to the semifinals, and they will take on Kokomo in game number 1. But the Logansport Berries had an 11-point lead after the first quarter. Marion cut it to 3 late in the second quarter. Berries scored 4 in answer to go in the break, up 7. They scored the first 5 points of the third quarter to take a 12-point lead. And we knew Marion's defense would crank up in that second half, and it did. And the Berries, from that point forward, just really had trouble putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, it was a tough one for this Berry fan to watch. It sounds like the Dennis Green interview where he says, they were who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. We had them, we even had bets in foul trouble and unable to get it done here. But both teams shot abysmal from the three-point line. We were 3 of 19. They were 4 of 15. They did have many more free throws than us. They had 15 for 24. We were 7 of 13. But we were +5 on the offensive rebounds, which was really good against a really big team. +1 on total rebounds, +3, unfortunately, on turnovers. But the stats really even. But I wanted to go to a couple things here, Joe. Points off turnovers, Logansport 15 and Marion 23. And that's telling. And then also just the way the quarter-by-quarter scoring went. Logansport started off in the first 18, then went 8, 8, 8. 3 snowmans in a row in the scoring boxes, where Marion started off with 7 in the first and went 12, 16, and 22. So certainly outlasted the Berries tonight.
Leading the way for the Logansport Berries, Jacob Taylor, 6'5" junior, had 13 points. Isaac Russell had 9. Grayson Long in his last game as a Logansport basketball player had 7 points. Cooper Smith had 5. Isaac Mock also in his last game in his senior year for the basketball team had 4. And Jeremiah Miller had 4 points. 4 big free throws for Jeremiah in that second quarter. Really steadied the ship when Devalier got in foul trouble. How important it was to have Jeremiah Miller and Grayson Long, who were unavailable in that first game against Marion. They made a huge difference, and it was almost enough to get the upset before Marion flexed their muscles in that second half.
Yeah, I really wish that the Berries, when they got that big lead and kind of firing on all cylinders, that they just could have hit a couple of those open threes, just a couple of those open shots to push that lead even further. How far could we have pushed it with Marion having to claw their way back? But boy, Marion's good. Everybody in this sectional's good.
Oh, yeah.
And the Berries had a heck of a season. They got better. I think they played their best game today, and very proud of them.
And I really thought that we'd be coming back here on Friday night, the way things were looking there for a while. But again, give Marion credit after Logansport took that 31-19 lead early in the third quarter. The Giants turned up the defensive intensity, and like you said, took care of business at the free throw line. Getting there a lot, didn't make a lot, but the points off turnovers, and Coach Lang and the Berries staff knew that was going to be important. Only 15 turnovers, that's a lot in a 32-minute game, but against this intense pressure that they faced, I don't think that's a bad number at all.
Yeah, they forced 12 on the other side, or at least Marion ended up with 12, and Grayson Long, really big standout. I think everybody played a great game, but there were times where Grayson's hustle led to second chances. I mean, second chance points were just off the chart for us today. I don't think I have right here what the second chance totals were. There's second chance points. Yeah, we had 10 second chance points. We don't really get a lot during the year, and we just played our best game with our best energy, just unable to keep it up, I think, for all 4 quarters.
All right, we will step aside for break. Hopefully give Coach Lang a couple extra minutes to address this squad in the locker room. So when we return, we will wrap things up. Once again, the final score, Marion 57, Logansport 42. This is the IHSA Boys Basketball Tournament on WSAL with live streaming on IndianasBestRadio.com.
This is Jennifer Savini at Logansport Savings Bank. I want to invite you to come see me and have a cup of coffee to discuss our CD specials and deposit account options. Logansport Savings Bank wants to help grow your money. Find our rates at logansportsavings.com or call 574-722-3855. Member FDIC.
Logansport Savings Bank, we're leading the way.
Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for Lennox Home Comfort Systems. Your home is your sanctuary, your refuge, the one place where you know you can always relax, decompress, and chill out. It's the place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Charles A. Michael and Lennox helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve. Call Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing in Logansport, your Lennox dealer, today. 574-753-4538.
Hello, Berries fans. This is Mimi Renowans from NPR Realty in Logansport. Selling or buying real estate is a legal process. At NPR Realty, we're licensed and trained to be your advocate, market expert, and negotiator. We can help you find the end zone and score a touchdown in real estate. Call our office and speak to any of our agents at 574-992-8011. Go Berries!
Ivy Tech Community College proudly serves Cass County and supports Logansport High School athletics. Check out our new tuition plan and schedule a visit to campus today at ivytech.edu or call 765-252-5486. Ivy Tech Community College proudly supports this game. Go Berries!
At Security Federal Savings Bank, flexibility means reliability. Flexible solutions from Security Federal mean communities can depend on us to be there when it counts. We give back 10% of our annual earnings to community organizations. So when you bank with us, you give back.
Berries basketball on WSAL. The post game continues. Back to Joe and Dave.
All right, Alan, James, thank you very much. Welcome back to Memorial Gymnasium. Coach Matt Lang, nice enough to join us. And Coach, a great game plan. You guys look confident and poised. Those athletes of Marion just never let up.
Yeah, what do you say about a group of kids that give you all they got? And, you know, what do you say? I mean, I'm proud of them. The senior group, god dang, you know. We got two seniors that played huge minutes tonight. They didn't even play basketball last year. Are you kidding me? And they went out and competed. And like you said, I thought we had a pretty good game plan going in. We were able to hang for a while, and they just outworked us in the end. And we got a little tired coming down the stretch, and it was hard for us to hold on. So.
Yeah, it was, you know, even when we had that big lead, I was like, you know, a couple of those missed threes, because both teams shot pretty terrible from the three-point line, but it's like, keep kicking that lead up and put it out of range. But the energy that they came out with, I thought was great. I told Joe I thought it was the best game that they played all year as a unit. I thought, and it was just, I mean, what can you say about this game, Coach? I mean, they gave it their all. The energy was there from the start.
I mean, you're talking about a team that beat us by 30 early in the season, and I don't even think they even tried in the second half. And you know, we came out and we controlled the game for a large period. I was the same way you were just talking about. I was hoping we could get a little more on them so we could go run away and hide, hopefully. And it just didn't happen. The shots that were going in the first half, we got tired legs, and they just weren't falling in the second half. And you know, but you can't fault what they did out there. I mean, they busted their butts as hard as they possibly can, and you know they gave it all they had. And you know, we have 4 starters coming back next year, and hopefully they learn from that. And I challenge them like, hey, I need you in the summer. We need you in the offseason. We need you to get better. And that way, when something like this happens, we're able to counter it. We're hitting shots that we've been missed on tired legs, and we're able to defend a little bit better. So I'm proud of them. Heck, yeah, could you not be proud of these kids? And you know, we'll go back to work all summer and all fall, and we'll get back at it next winter.
And to me, the most telling thing of the night was when Marion won the game, they acted like they won the state championship. That's how big of a deal it was to beat you guys tonight, because they knew they were in a dogfight.
Yeah, I think they understood that we were out there to play, and it wasn't like it was the first time. And you know, yeah, I'm really sad for the kids. You know. Especially the seniors, even though I've said it many times, I've known them since they were little guys, and to see them kind of move on to something else, and you know how proud I felt when they decided to come back in when I took over the reins, and so that means a lot to me. And you know, I told them there, call anytime you need anything. That's not, they're my family now, and they always will be.
Yep, and I loved how you got Aaron Bow a chance to play some sectional basketball, and then gave the seniors a curtain call. That was well done by you and your coaching staff.
You know, dang, Aaron Bow. You know, we talked about it today in Kiwanis. Aaron Bow. I brought him into the office at the beginning of the year. I said, Aaron, I just won't be able to play a whole lot of minutes. And he was just happy to be on the team at that point. And I said, hey, I may call on you. You may need to go make a hard foul or something, you know, something that we need you to do, or go grab a rebound or whatever. And he said, Coach, I'm your dog. I'll do whatever you need me to do. And you can't, excuse me, my voice is killing me. You can't fault these kids, you know, and I'm happy that I got to coach Aaron. You know, all the seniors, but, you know, Aaron especially was a little light in my eye, and it was a pure joy to be around him all season.
Well, I tell you what, it was a fun season to watch. We had a rough one just 1 year ago, but I think you really did great by the program, and your intensity really came out in a lot of these games. And I think that trajectory, right, if we're looking at the stock price of this Logansport basketball team, I think is going up, and that's a credit to you and the coaches and these players who play like their family.
Absolutely. You know, absolutely. We got to we got a lot of kids coming back. That's the cool thing about this group is we got kids coming back, and we played all season with sophomore point guard, and it's which he did an excellent job, and we'll get him back over the summer, and we'll work hard and be a better team next year. I can promise you about that. We're gonna do what we need to do to get some more wins in the win column for Logansport and its fans.
All right, Coach. Well, we don't want to keep you anymore. We know you want to spend some time with your family, with your ball club. It will be a disappointing ride home, but you guys gave it your all against this very good Marion team.
Well, I appreciate you guys calling us all year, and we'll see you next year.
All right, Coach Matt Lang of the Logansport Berries, proud of his ball club, proud of his effort. Just came up a little bit short, and the three-point shot, as we mentioned, I said the Berries were not going to shoot as badly as did that first game, 1 out of 17. They almost made me a liar, 3 out of 19, a little bit better. But, again, credit Marion as they did a great job closing out. Give the Berries an awful lot of clean looks. A couple of them that normally would fall did not. If those had fallen, who knows what might have happened. But I credit Marion with a great comeback, outscoring the Berries in that second half. What was it, 38-16? So the mark of a good team is what do they do when they're challenged, and Marion responded in a big way against this Logansport Ball Club tonight.
Yeah, and even just the last 3 periods, 8-8-8. At the end of that second half, we had that lead, and then it just kind of trickled away. And so we had a very slight lead at halftime. If we could have held that lead of 7 and woulda, coulda, shoulda, but what an effort by this Logansport squad. And I'm going to miss these guys. I'm going to miss, there's not a lot of people leaving, but Isaac Mock just has been such a solid part of the team. Bao has come off the bench and been amazing. Jeremiah Miller came back, and we didn't know how healthy he was going to be. And it's just been a pleasure traveling the state with you, Joe. We had football season, and then we had basketball season, and it's sad that it ends tonight, but they gave us one more night to cheer, and it was really good.
Yes, it was. All right, so that will do it. Once again, our final score, Marion 57, Logansport 42. Our next broadcast on AM 1230, FM 94.9 WSAL. April Fool's Day, Dave Packard. April the 1st from Turner Field. The Logansport Berries open up the baseball season against the LaPorte Slicers. So we will have that doubleheader from Turner Field on April the 1st. And you say you're going to miss Jeremiah Miller and Isaac Mock. They're a couple of huge baseball players for Coach Fry and the Berries. So come on up to Turner Field.
I forgot Grayson, but he's going to hit some dingers probably as well.
Oh, Grayson Long as well. That's right. So come up and see those seniors. I'm sure we can talk Aaron Bow, maybe come into the press box with us, and we'll hang out and watch a game together and call it.
As long as I can sing the 7th inning stretch, I'll be there.
All right. Well, that will do it. Special thanks to Alan James and Dale Al taking care of 3 different games back at the station. We greatly appreciate your fine gentlemen and your great work. For Alan and Dale and Dave Packard, this is Joe Stetz wishing you a great basketball evening.
Thanks for listening to Berries Basketball on WSAL. Presented by the Mike Anderson Auto Group, Logansport Memorial Hospital Sports Medicine, Broadway Broadband, powered by Miami Cast REMC, Logansport Savings Bank, Charles A. Michael Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, MPR Realty, Security Federal Savings Bank, and Ivy Tech Community College. Let's take you back to the music on AM 1230 and FM 94.9 WSAL Logansport.
Be sure to keep your radio set right here. We play favorites all day long.
Was there something more I could have done? Or was I not meant to be the one? Where's the life I thought we would share? And should I care? And will someone else get more she go to sleep more sure of you? Will she wake up knowing you're still there? And why should I care? Should I leave you alone here in the dark, holding my broken heart while the promise still hangs in the air? Why should I care?
Baby boomers know the music we play very well, so relax and enjoy. We're WSAL.
If I could, I'd like to be a great big movie star. Overnight sensation, drive a big expensive car.
stop, no screeching guitars. Relax with WSAL.